What we term as Sharia law today in the country is just purely nothing but, if I must tell you the truth, is one of the major reasons why, is the major reason responsible for the backwardness of the North. Yes. And a lot of other funny variables. But why is it that the constitution that is supposed to be liberal in nature is now considering a particular, and don't ask me a question in regards whether it's our belief, it's our culture. There's nothing like belief in culture. Are we running a belief system or a liberal system? And that is the reason for the backwardness. Are we going to be talking about al-majris? Are we going to be talking about any marriage that is evident in the North and everywhere? Are we going to be talking about protest is a sin, protest is haram? Are we going to be talking about radical scholars that comes and tell you that anybody that doesn't believe in your religion is an infidel, and a lot of other variables? Are we going to be talking about people that have been unalive on the basis that they are not of the same religious belief as you? And all this madness. But what the politicians have succeeded in doing is, they have succeeded in capitalizing on all these things that divide us, and at the end of the day, they are benefiting on all this. And the masses are not benefiting. So seriously, let's tell ourselves the truth. It's either we stop this madness or promote or propagate this madness equally. Say we are operating on belief system now. Are we supposed to be operating on belief system? And the next time when somebody comes out to talk now, they say you are a fanatic, you are a religious fanatic, or you whatever. Look at the inception of all these radical elements. Boko Haram and the rest of it, Where are they getting their origin? They believe death is supreme and must be practiced. And if it's not practiced, that means the whole world must go on fire. That is just it. What are we doing to ourselves? Let's stop this madness, or let's promote this madness to its full proportion. Because the last time I checked, at least there are some countries now that have adopted this thing fully, and that is what is working for them. But in regards to we now, we're just left in between. We don't know where we are going. This part is talking about progress, democracy, or whatever. This other part is talking about, no, there is need for us to protect our religion until everybody converts to our religion. What madness is this? And it's resulting to illiteracy, it's resulting to high rate of poverty, and it's resulting to a lot of other variables. Let's stop this madness that is engulfing everybody. It's not going to take anybody anywhere. Check it everywhere. All the developed nations, they don't have any provision or any rule or any constitution that endorse personal belief. They call it, why do they call it belief? They call it belief, but because it's personal. Personal. It must not affect everybody for you to be able to...
Our main issue has not been identified. We are suffering from what we call Sharia. I happened to serve in Sokoto State 2005 and have been in Sokoto as a community developer. Sharia is about injustice. Sharia is not peace. And that is what we are suffering of here. You cannot tell me that a child is born, is not raised by his parent, he doesn't feel any parental upbringing. The child is abandoned on the street, scavenging, and he grew, become matured, and expecting to see a fellow child like him, decent, and you tell him that all is well. Where are these bandits recruited from? Who are these bandits? We have them in our homes. We accept that tradition. If it's a religion, we accept it, and we don't know that it's a danger. That is what is consuming us. We that were in the rural area, you could find out that some Fulanis that we allege are mostly innocent. We were born and brought up with some Fulanis. But because of misconception of farmers' headers, we are forced to be in that disagreement with them, of which there is nothing like that. Some of these people attacking are hired. They are paid for. They are not doing it free. Somebody said, do it. It's a project. As you know, Sharia is a project. It's a project. It started in Zamfara. It's gradually now circulating. Whether it is formal or informal, what we are passing through is Sharia. Some desperate, mischief traditional rulers and leaders in this country are bent to implement Sharia. And that is what is happening.
Are we in a Sharia country? And sometimes I begin to wonder, and I begin to look at this multicultural something. Are we really good at it? Will this thing really work for us? I thought this country is a secular country. We better be careful the way we are operating this country. Let's begin to look at the modus operandi of this country again. Because the way we are going as a nation, this is not the way we should be going as a nation. No, I'm just signing this because what I'm seeing going on in this country is uncalled for. The way we are going as a nation, I begin to wonder, how do we even come together? Who formed this nation? What an insult. May God help us.
Yes, young boy, for the area council. I was in my shop 3 months ago. Some people just carry motor gun. Said they are from Sharia court of appeal Gudu. That their chief litigation and chief registrar has auctioned my shop. I told them that I don't have any case with them. Why should they auction my shop? I built this church in 2012. Their phone shop in number. I rent one to somebody. They said the person in the shop, you saw it, they credit. I told the person owner, why can't you protect his goods? That the goods inside that shop. They know nothing about the goods. They say what they know is they want to take that shop. I tell the business should come to the court and tell the people from the owner of the shop. I go there. They collect my shop. Sharia court. Even if they will follow the law. And even if I have case with them, I would have said they are with me. But I don't have any case with them. I have not appeared before their court. I don't want to commit anything. They just protect my shop. They say because I am nobody. Nigerians help me. Oh, Sharia court of appeal Gudu. Chief Registrar. Sharia court of appeal Gudu. Chief Judge. Upper area court governor. They connected their ability. They connected their ability. They connected their activity. Upper area court governor. Chief Judge. Upper area court governor. They collided and collect my property.
So this is a note of warning. This incident is a red flag. I say this because, Oji, you have already explained the constitutional provision for Sharia Appellate Court in Abuja. I'm sure a number of people did not even know that Sharia Court Appellate Court operates in the FCT, the Federal Capital Territory, that is supposed to be a mixed hub of people from different from different states, different ethnicities, different religious persuasions to live together in the Federal Capital Territory. To now see, as you already mentioned, the overreach of the Sharia court. The first instance is that I believe that it's high time for us as a nation to revisit this Sharia court provision. Because if we're saying that Nigeria is a secular state as stipulated in the constitution, why do we have a court that is Islamic in its foundation, in the way it dispenses justice? And then when you talk about judicial or jurisdiction overreach, we see that it's a personal matter. So Sharia court, appellate court, is meant to deal with issues around marriage and family, estate and succession, capacity, mutual consent. So matters, civil matters like that. And like you said, emphasis on all parties must be Muslim. When they begin to now interfere in matters that have to do with Christians and Muslims, then we have a problem. But that's what happens in life. Once you give an inch, you will take a mile. And that's why I'm saying that we need to revisit this. As long as the Christians cannot ask for their own special court for Christians alone, we are raising a state of anarchy, and it's a judicial system where the lines are blurred and justice is interpreted based on religious sentiment.
Hi, welcome back. I know many of you don't listen to within this Ariwa boy. Although I don't know why to say, okay, I they normally get joy whenever the Ariwa guy they talk. They give me joy because he normally come his speed. They hide anything from anybody. They do it based on south and north. Where we see most of the people they carry for head. That is why anytime we say one talk, I go like they listen to am, and I go like they bring am to the table, make all of us see am. You see this Sharia issue where we say okay, it dey for this country, we most of the people they talk now. That Sharia don't do more harm than good in this country, because you cannot be expecting people where we say okay, they not belong to your own religion or many other things to be practicing what you are doing. It is no work, and it cannot work like that. You know, say okay, even the Sharia of it thing, they won't carry and come Yoruba land the other time, but Yoruba then disagree with them, because Yoruba people and people will be say okay, them like unity within their own self. They don't want to like carry any religion for head. Any religion will be say okay, it will be cause issue between them and their own brother. You know, say okay, the intermarriage for Yoruba land where you get some Yoruba part where be say okay, Christian and Muslim go marry, wahala no go even dey between them. They be just they do their thing. Now so you just did for south, east, south, west, and most of the region obviously we get for even middle belt, and so in the you know say this Sharia law now be the law obviously you don't make a terrorist the rampage for this country according to the middle belt where we say okay talk for you na here. You know say that Sharia where them they practice, you don't make some of them waiting they're supposed to do, waiting they're supposed to work for, they no work for it make them deal lazy right from when them small, and when they come grow up they become terrorists. That's what the Ariwa guy they explain to us. Even he will be say be Ariwa person, will be say support them. As he know say okay, that thing he no good, he no support them. Now why he bring and come our table here, make every one of us see him. And for you hearing this thing, I will like make you calm down, hear what others have to say. When they finish, we go come back. Thank you.
These are for those people that hear and talk. If you know you only hear and talk, this is for you. Okay? Because that is not how it works. You hear, you research, you reason, then speak. But you only hear and talk, this is for you. You that you're doing protests, like especially in Islamic religion, it is Islamic and Sharia law. It's all the Sharia law that's causing all this problem. Baby girl, baby boy, let me tell you something. If Sharia law is being imposed in every part of Nigeria, we won't have any criminality record in Nigeria. We won't have any ritualist, any prostitute, all those girls' marriage and everything like that. We won't have them in Nigeria. If Sharia law, if Nigeria use Sharia law, all those prostitution, cheating won't be happening. Just know that. Whenever there is Sharia law, just know that all those bad of things is not going to follow up, because you don't know what Sharia law is. Because you only hear and speak. You don't do your research. You don't even know anything. You are there saying end Sharia law. People are saying end girls marriage. You are there saying end Sharia law. What do you know about Sharia law? We literally don't know anything. Like, you talk to people that know. I'm just telling you, go home, sit down, research what Sharia law is. Then you understand that this end girls marriage is never and can never. In fact, the only religion that has the record of marriage in its book is Islam. The only religion that agree that a woman should get married when she is mentally stable, when you can mentally, emotionally support your husband with advice and everything. That's when you are getting married, and a child is not expected to be mentally and physically available. Stop being ignorant. Stop being ignorant, please. This has to end. Hear, research, reason, and talk. Thank you.
Now that you have listened to what others have to say, it is now time for every one of us to start kicking against this Sharia of it, because this Sharia it be part of waiting draw northern part of Nigeria backward, according to the Ariwa guy and some middle belters. So be okay, I don't hear them for here. Even that Sharia be the thing where be okay, it cause issue between a man in Abuja now. If you see for this video, you get one man where be say na see they talk that na Sharia people na them meet am for in shop where be say okay, them talk say make him lock in shop because he no follow their rule and regulation. You know, how can we just be in a nation where be say okay, you won't force somebody to be doing within you know one do. You know, suppose they make sense like that. Even though okay, you won't make your own Sharia work, you go like gather your people where we say okay, they want Sharia together, ask them if they need Sharia for their region. Okay, una go like implement the law, and if they don't need them, una go shift them to where they need them. And so it's supposed to be, not be to just the force one so-called Sharia on one another, make it not come be like say okay, people no want this serious with that so because of Sharia. You get something that is okay, some people supposed to even do good, but because of Sharia, they not done. Sharia don't make some people they fear for not, where be okay, we think they're supposed to do, maybe say okay, they go gain money, make their region develop. They're not going to go into that thing. And that thing, I be the thing where it's okay, if they make another region now, they face insecurity because those people will be say okay, they keep for their way, they know they work. When they don't go up, grow up, where they don't see anything to do, they go carry kala, give them, say okay, may they enter this social region allegedly. Now so it be. So on our web okay, now the here was now I know many of them get within I want to talk concerning waiting they happen for here. If you get anything where you want to talk like that, make it drop your own say below. And also, if today be your first time, make you not forget to subscribe. Thank you all.